Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I want to shift gears a little bit and move from these sort of very general thoughts and observations to my more personal role and journey towards a sustainable future. In a nutshell, I came into a position of sort of more significant influence when I became the CEO of LGT in 2006. At LGT, we invest and manage, as we were told in the meantime, already 130 billion US dollars. We make a bit more than $1 billion in revenues. We shoot for approximately 200 million in profits this year. We employ approximately 2,000 people. We are growing quite rapidly for being a business in a mature industry. We've increased our assets by 20% last year, by 49% over the last 3 years. And when I was CEO for a year in 2007, I picked up on an idea that I came across from visiting a hedge fund in Asia that inspired me. That hedge fund had a little, very smart and sophisticated philanthropic effort. So the idea was really, from my point of view, to develop outstanding competence to invest capital, not just with high financial returns, but to develop a competence where we invest capital with strong environmental and strong social impact. And then to obviously offer this competence to our clients. I personally love this idea because it is completely in line with my value system, and I loved it also because I thought that this will give us a bit of an edge in our positioning, knowing that for other competitors who work under different, more tricky sort of governance system, this would be difficult for them to compete here. So we established an organization that we called LGT Venture Philanthropy. I had it initially report directly to me so that I could sort of protect and nurture it. We were then driving and developing this effort step by step, quite carefully initially, but then building increasing momentum as we saw it sort of developing nicely, and we knew we could afford to take a little bit more risk. What is our investment approach there? Well, in many ways, our investment approach there is like the one of a private equity firm, but of course with a different sort of primary lens and objective, and that one for us is to achieve not just strong financial returns, but also very strong social and environmental returns. We seek to invest in high-quality organizations that create strong benefits, social and environmental ones, through their products and through their services. To date, we have raised approximately $100 million for this effort, so it's still relatively small in the context of our overall business. We have invested in about 40 organizations, of which some of them have, I'm proud to say, already become great success stories. What was very interesting for me, however, was to see how this small effort started to have very positive influence on our broader LGT group. The requirement all of a sudden came up, and it didn't come from my side, that we really need to establish an ESG board for the entire group, where representatives from all part of our business are engaged, and where they're mandated to think about how we can improve our broader footprint, not just on the financial side, but also with regards to our broader stakeholders, the environment, society. Through this effort, we have started what I believe were some low-hanging fruits that have become excellent win-wins, helping our business, our core business, but also having, I believe, very positive effects on the broader society. Let me give you an example. At LGT, on behalf of our institutional clients, mainly pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, insurance companies, we're investing approximately $30 billion US dollars with the best private equity firms and also hedge funds around the world. Those private equity and hedge funds manage overall more than $1 trillion in assets. Because, of course, many of them get funded also by other investors, and they use leverage as they buy businesses. So we're really talking big, big numbers. 3 years ago, we have started to rank these managers according to their ESG efforts. We have asked them to report back to us what they're doing on the ESG front. And we have started to give them grades. Grade 1, if they're doing really well. Grade 4, if they come back and ask us, what is ESG? Never heard about it, don't care about it. The best ones have at this point established very strong ESG processes. They include ESG processes in their due diligence efforts. Once they buy companies, they set up ESG boards at the portfolio company level. They set clear targets that, of course, from business to business, from industry to industry, are different, but they think hard about how can the footprint of these businesses which they're buying become much more positive for society. And they report back to us what they're doing. We have sort of started to do these surveys and these rankings, not just for our own sort of benefit, our own curiosity, but we have decided to use this research as a bit of a stick and as a carrot in a soft effort to influence this broader private equity industry, the hedge fund industry. We are sharing our results with the firms. We're trying to look for best practices and then sort of sharing them proactively in the entire industry. We are telling our investors, the large pension funds, predominantly the sovereign wealth funds, the insurance companies who give us money, about the efforts that are taking place. And what we are seeing gladly is that there is an increasing amount of interest from our clients. The vast majority now believe, not the vast majority, but an increasing majority believe that ESG practices should be embedded, have a benefit on positive benefit on financial returns, and in a broader way. So what has this experience sort of shown to me? It all started with an idea that I've picked up 7 years ago because it sort of intrigued me and it was in line with my values. But as we then sort of continued to work on it, it started to really develop a lot of legs, and it has impacted all of our organization, and we are now trying very, very systematically to push it in all directions. So we're pushing it down to the companies that we're working with, we're pushing it up to the clients, and I do think that overall it is having a good effect, and we're enjoying it. We're thinking that it really helps to strengthen our position in the marketplace. So we really do believe it has become a huge win-win, very positive for sort of our organization overall in terms of its long-term ambitions, but also very positive in sort of the broader impact it has on society. That's really what I wanted to tell you a little bit about. So thank you very much for your attention and your interest. It's been a pleasure to be in this beautiful room, and I wish you a great, great conference. Thank you.